Wait for somebody to join. Hi. Now I'm waiting for someone to join. Got 0 viewers. Come on. So I'm going to wait for somebody to join. Come on. Listen, no one's joined. Oh, one person's joined. Hi, hello. Sand Nukes, Creamel said, you know what we're doing today? So last time we created top trumps cards for different people in human history, like we did Stalin, Mussolini. They all happen to be evil, horrible dictators for whatever reason. But it's okay, because today we're doing empires. I mean, most empires suck as well. But yeah, so what empires would you like me to create top trumps cards for? And after a few top trumps cards live streams, we'll eventually I might play a top trumps game with somebody on stream. So what empire would you like me to make a top trumps card for? Okay, what should we do? The Mamluk Empire. Ooh, now, let's do that's a good idea. Let's do the Mamluk Empire. Now, I should say, I don't know that much about the Mamluks. I know they were like, the Third Reich. Oh, we'll do Hitler's Empire in a second. So I know the Mamluks, they were the Mamluk Sultanate in modern day Egypt. They conquered part of the Middle East. So we'll talk about them. The We're gonna do the Mamluk. Yeah, they were good. Trust me, I'm Egyptian. Okay, alright, good. So if you're Egyptian, you probably know a lot. So you're probably going to be carrying the team for this round. You'll probably know most about the Mamluk Sultanate. Got the Mamluk win right here. What was their influence on history like? Because apparently the Mamluk Sultanate, they were the ones that were so strong they actually blocked the Mongol path, which is why Mongols never conquered part of Africa. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the Mamluks' influence on history? Maybe... Yes, okay. Alright, we'll say, 9. You think they were a 9. Okay, and out of interest, why do you think they were a 9? What would have happened if they never existed? You know what? 10. Hi Theo, you're gonna say the Achaemenid Empire? Yeah, we've got a long list of suggestions. We've got Mamluk Sultanate, Nazi Germany, Achaemenid.
Oh, sorry.
The Indian Muslim ruler Alauddin Khilji also defeated Mongolia and India. Oh, okay, yeah. They sort of halted the Mongol expansion. So yes, can anybody give me any? The Mongols would have conquered Africa. Okay, so a Mongol power base in Africa would have been quite big, but on the other hand, the Mongols collapsed quite quickly. So quite quickly after that, I think. So and that would have just overstretched them even more. So was that actually a 10 for influence on history? I'm not sure. Has anybody got any other facts at all about the Mamluk Sultanate? Because I heard they participated in the Crusades a lot. The Mamluks participated in the Crusades. Sultan Berbers and Kutus were defeated when they defeated the Mongols when they were coming to destroy the Mamak and Medina. Okay, Sand Nukes doesn't... They stopped the Crusades. Really, they stopped the Crusades? Okay, now that is a big thing, because the Crusades, I think, controlled... they decided to control the Holy Land, okay? I think they sort of set up and influenced the entire modern Israel-Palestine conflict today. So I think if everybody else can agree with that, I think we might be willing to give the Mamluk Sultanate an 8 or a 9 on, influence on history. I'm gonna go ooh. Yeah, the Crusades... they were not nice. A lot of people died. Okay. So okay, so I'm going to give the Mamluk Sultanate like a 9, unless anybody has any disagreements, you know? Or an 8? No, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to disagree, also I'm giving the Mamluks a 9. Aye, 10, 9, 8, 7, 1 like, thank you. 7, 7, ooh, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10. Okay, I'm going with... I gave him a 9. I'm sorry, I gave him a 9, okay? Moving on, tactics. How good? Oh, okay, Theo. If you keep putting annoying stuff in the chat, I'm gonna ban you. Okay? Not bad. All right. Oh, fun fact: the Mamluk general who defeated the Mongols was slave child Mamluk purchase. Mamluks purchased him from the Mongols, and then he joined the military. Wow. Well, that is quite a good rise to power, if you can think. It's quite impressive to go from slave child to generally defeated the Mongols. So, you know, well done him. Hi, Fizzy Juice. Hi, Fizzy Juice. So basically, Fizzy Juice. So for those who don't know, we're creating a top trumps card for the Mamluk Sultanate. Okay. So we gave them a 9 for influence on history, and now we're going to go through their battle tactics. Okay. So how good were the battle tactics of the Mamluk Sultanate? Got any ideas, everybody? Because once again, I don't know much about the Mamluk Sultanate. It's just not something I know a lot about. So, you know, I'm relying on you for this one. Does anybody know anything about the tactics of the Mamluk Sultanate? No, Fizzy Juice Cool. You think they were pretty good? Well, that's a bit of a vague statement. We can't make a judgment based on that. We're doing people. We're doing countries at the moment. We did a couple of days ago. We did people. We might do another episode about people. Okay, what about... okay. Another fun fact. The Battle of Anjula, where Mamluk dissipated Mongols, was the first battle where gunpowder was used. Amazing. Okay. The first battle where gunpowder was used. Okay, well that means their strategy might be quite good. You know, I'm beginning to realise that I tried to reuse the top trump cards from the last video, and I just realised that's probably not a good idea. What I should have done, okay, was judge it on other things like how impressive their expansion was, and just like and population and stuff like that. But let's just do these old ones now. So their battle strategy. Okay, so.
Probably.
Actually, no. So, actually, the
He may struggle to get around the back there.
Okay, guys. So I just realised we're doing countries right now, but I think from now on we're just gonna have to do people because these top drama cards are really designed for people. Exactly, the country cards wouldn't be compatible with these cards. That's a mistake I made. So what I'm gonna do, right? Let's throw this one away. Let's try. It's not possible to do these people cards. Let's go back to people, okay? Oh, by the way, they were fighting the Mongols. Yeah, I think we've said that quite a bit. Okay, so it's not practical to do the country cards for the people cards for countries. I'm going to create a whole new set of cards like tomorrow or something. For now, just going to do people, okay? So name a human being from history, and we're going to write about him. Okay, as in we're going to create a top trumps card for him. Battle strategy was Mamluk first show. Oh, so somebody came up with this already. Mamluk first show a smaller force, and then Mongols chase, and then they show their numbers. Jamal Abd Anasser. Okay, an Egyptian leader. Okay, can you like briefly summarize who he was, Karima? Because died in 1970. Was he like the president or something? Can you briefly summarize who he was? Because like I've not heard of him. Abd Anasser. Okay, he was president. And what would you say his influence on history is? After this, we'll let the next. What would you say his influence on history is like? He was a like what did he do with it when he was president? Did he like create a union between like Syria and Egypt or something, or was that NASA? Please write something. I need information. I could go to the. He influenced NASA. He influenced NASA, or is that NASA or NASA? Yes, we will do Hitler. We'll do Hitler after this, okay? It happened at his time. Yeah, we'll do Hitler after this one, okay? Okay. My favorite. We're just trying to focus on the president of Egypt in the 1960s, okay? Right now. It happened at his time. So the union between Syria and Egypt happened at his time. Okay, but was that much of an influence on history? Because if all he did was unite Egypt and Syria, then I wouldn't say that's a decent amount. And Israel occupied Sinai. Okay, but was he the one that got Sinai back from Israel? And he built the high dam. What's the high dam? Because I feel like all these things you're talking about, Karima, I feel like they're kind of trivial things that sort of get undone within the next couple decades. So I think this is the first one I've ever done, but I'm very sorry, I'm going to have to give him a 1. Tactics. How good was battle tactics? The Mughal Empire, especially King Aurangzeb Alamgir Rahmatullah. Okay. Okay, and what was battle tactics like? Did he have any good battle tactics? Or did he fight any wars at all? He fought a war against Israel, I presume. Yeah, he fought a war against Israel. So how good was tactics and strategy? Yeah, it was the 6-Day War, wasn't it? It is the 6-Day War, right? So like how good was he? Because if he like lost the 6-Day War, then I'm gonna say like his diplomacy and strategy, was it not that good if he lost? Yeah, he did lose. Because what happened, I think, was Israeli launched a surprise bombing attack in the middle of the night, like heavily damaged the Egyptian. He stepped down. Okay, I do need numbers here, by the way, like tactics, strategy, propaganda, political skill. Karima, can you quickly just give me your estimate for how good his battle tactics were, how good his strategy was, how good his propaganda skills were, and how good his political skill was? He stepped down, but the people wanted him back. Okay, so what happened? Did he come back? Maybe 5. 5 on what? Tactics or strategy? He had good propaganda. Okay. So for 5 for what though? Okay, so I'm gonna write down 5 on. I just wrote down 5 for tactics. Okay, and 7 for propaganda. Yeah, so I gave him a 5 for tactics, 7 for propaganda. Now we've got to do strategy and political skill. Would anybody like to judge how good? Would anyone like to give me an estimate of how good his strategy or political skill was? Okay, propaganda 7. That's nice. Please, I'm waiting for something. I'm sorry. Okay, political skill 6 or 7. Anyone got any more opinions about him? Like for his like for his strategy, he fought with Israel you confront. Does that mean he fought during the Suez Crisis? Was he president during the Suez Crisis? Because I swear Nasser was president during the Suez Crisis. Okay. So following Sanduke's advice, I gave him like a 7 for political skill. All we have to do like left is strategy. Like it can't be that. Like unless with his army like outmatched by Israel or something, because like okay. Because I'm wondering how much should we blame him for the wars that he lost. Strategy.
I haven't long turned them actually. I'm just giving them.
Okay, can somebody... Okay, listen, so nobody seems to be giving me any advice for strategy, but if somebody does, later in the chat, I will write him on. But, but given that nobody seems to be saying anything, I guess we're just going to have to move on. We're going to do Hitler next. Alright, so if anybody has any more information about Jamal Abd an-Nasser, then I really don't want to finish a card, to not finish a card. So please give it to me. But for now, we're moving on. We're doing Hitler, okay? So what was Hitler's influence on history? I'm just going to say right now, Hitler's a 10. He gets 10 for influence on history. What about his propaganda? Hitler's propaganda was once again a 10. He was really good. Has the stream cut out? Like, I wonder, put a 1 in the chat if the stream hasn't cut out.
It's not cut out.
Okay. In which case, 1, okay, so the stream's still going. It's just a little bit of a delay, I guess. 1, okay, everybody's putting 1s in the chat. Okay, so how good was his political, we're gonna give him quite highly for political skill and strategy. But moving on, how good was tactics? Because if I'm aware, tactics just mean just a battle, just like on the how good you are on the individual battle. For instance, I think Karim El Said seems to have left. So tactics are just how good you are in fighting like an individual battle. Like how good you, okay, but strategy is a lot different. So how good would we say Hitler is for tactics? Really, 8? But like, did he ever command an individual battle, or did he order a general to command a battle? See, that's 2 wildly different estimates we have. We've got an 8 and a 3 for tactics. Has anybody got any more estimates? So, but I am more intended to agree with Mikolaj Konopaki. Is that? It looks like Mikolaj Konopaki. That's not how you pronounce it. He didn't command anything by himself. Exactly. That's why I don't think like world leaders need to get videos need to get statistics. Like so 3. Because like when we mentioned Stalin in the last live stream, I did consider giving him just like a not applicable because he never commanded anything himself. So we're gonna go with a 3 for tactics. All right. Oh god damn it. Sorry. Alright, 3 for tactics. What was his strategy? His strategy was really good, okay? Like, he had quite a clever plan to take over France, and it was just like, take tiny bits of territory. Take Austria, take the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia, gradually taking more and more territory. And so the Allies didn't know him. Like, I should say that I would say his strategy was okay. Because, like, on the other hand, he made the decision of invading the Soviet Union. And we do kind of, you know, belittle him for invading the Soviet Union. Like, it's generally viewed as the Soviet Union was a stupid invasion, was a stupid idea. But in reality, okay, literally everybody, I've mentioned this before on the channel, literally everybody thought the invasion of the Soviet Union was a guaranteed success. Okay? Like, the British intelligence, Roosevelt's advisors, okay? Every German general, even the British ambassador to Moscow, literally everybody estimated the amount of time the Soviet Union could last against Hitler, and well, it was anything from 10 days to 3 months. Okay, not a lot of time. So that's why I don't think, given that everybody said it was a good idea, I shouldn't say a strategy is as bad as we typically say it is. Let's go like 7 or 8. I'm gonna go with an 8 because of just like how well planned the invasion of France was. Finally, we have he was good with short-term wars, but his long-term plans were stupid. Okay, I mean that's something. So I want something somebody said about Hannibal. Similarly, like I once got a comment about Hannibal. The comment reasoned that Hannibal was a tactical genius, strategical numpty. Okay, and I suppose strategically Hannibal did the best that he could have. I can't really think of a strategy which Hannibal could have done better that would have allowed him to take Rome. I think Hannibal didn't have a lot of options there, so I don't. But yeah, that's the thing. Oh, we could do Hannibal next. Anyway, political skill. Political skill, I think was quite genius, okay? I mean, he was able to completely annihilate the Treaty of Versailles, make Britain and France look like cowards for not fighting him. Really, I would say Hitler's quite a C9, that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, he even, like, do you want to hear a fun fact about Hitler, okay? 9 or 10, exactly. Sandnuk's political 8 or 9, did a lot of puppet states, alliances, diplomacy in the early Third Reich, exactly. He was quite good, okay? But I'll give you a fun fact, okay, about Hitler, okay? Hitler had like 50, 60 assassination attempts made on him that are known, and probably a bunch more. Do you know what Hitler said his secret was for surviving so many attempts? That live an unstable life, okay? He frequently reschedules meetings, leaves places 15 minutes early or 15 minutes later, arrives earlier or arrives later, okay? Basically, when somebody wants to assassinate you, okay, they plan the assassination attempt based on where they know you're going to be, okay? So if you frequently change your schedules or change your plans, that's going to throw everything off. And if you research the most famous and, biggest assassination attempts on Hitler, all of them failed because Hitler changed his plans at the last minute and either he walked out before the bomb went off, or they had to frantically change their schedule and that got them caught, okay? So I would say 9. I mean, is there anything he did poorly? Like, can we think of anything politically he did poorly? Because I'm tempted to give him a little bit of a 10. Although he wasn't was he like the most ingenious genius ever? Actually, no, we're going to go with 9. Because Bismarck was a genius, and I wouldn't say that Hitler was as good as Bismarck. So eventually in one of these, he couldn't influence Balkan puppets to stay with him. That's the thing he did. So I think 8. Well, that's the thing. I plan on doing a bunch of these streams. I've got a big stack of... I've made a big stack of top trumps cards, so we've got a lot of material to get through. But yeah, eventually we're probably going to do Bismarck. Like, one day somebody's going to suggest Bismarck. And Bismarck's going to get a 10 for political skill. Probably. I mean, there were some mistakes he made, which I can talk about, but Bismarck going to get like a 9 or 10. Well, what did you need for Nassau again? What do you mean, what did I need for What do you mean, what did I need for Nassau again? Like, can you elaborate on that statement? Because we haven't done Nassau yet. We can do Nassau if you want to. By the way, I already wrote a 9 for Hitler's political study. That's Hitler for you. Once again, please, I want to finish the Jamal bit. Jamal, so if anybody has any... The Nasser card, what value? We didn't do the Nasser... Are you thinking of Jamal Abd Anasda? Because he was the president of Egypt at one point. He was president after Nasser. I think... did you confuse that guy with Nasser? Because if you did, then we got Influence on History 1. Tactics... Yeah, Jamal, yes. We got Influence on History 1, Tactics 5, Strategy, nobody gave me any suggestions for strategy. I think, like, there was this one person, Karima El said, who was saying loads of stuff. She was really enthusiastic about that. But I think she had to leave or something, because she didn't give me anything for strategy. Then we got a 7 for propaganda and a 6 for political skill. So if anybody knows anything about strategies, right? Please tell me so we can finish the cards, because it would be heartbreaking to do a card and not finish it. But, well, for now, we're just not going to be able to finish the card. So we've done the Hitler card. Now, who are we going to do next? Hannibal. Alright, we're going to give him a 3 for strategy. Why? Because he lost the war against Israel. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's quite... Like, he should have been ready to anticipate the attack against Israel, should he? But Israel did quite a good job of covering it up. Still, maybe that'll save that for another video. So we gave him 3. Great, yay. Alright, we've finished this card, right. We've done Hitler, Jamal, and we tried to do the Mamluk Sultanate before realizing that person cards don't really line up with country cards. I'll make a whole new section for country, like population and, democracy levels or something like that. But, okay, so... What guy are we gonna do next? Do you want to do like Hannibal next, or Bismarck, or somebody? Churchill. We didn't do Churchill yet. Mao. Has anybody got any requests? Because if nobody has any requests, I'm just gonna do Hannibal. Okay. Have I updated the link? No, not yet. Thanks for reminding me. I'll do it today. Okay. Yeah, no. Has anybody got any requests for Frederick the Great? Okay. Right, Frederick the Great, King of Prussia. Yeah, Frederick the Great, King of Prussia. Influence in history quite a lot. Like, he orchestrated the first ever partition of Poland. So, you know... So that's quite good, because it brought the Polish and Lithuanian Commonwealth to an end, so that's quite big. He also took Silesia from Prussia, took Silesia from Austria, made Prussia a great power. So I think his influence on history has to be, like, a lot. Like, I think... You think 7? Why only 7? Why does he only get... There's no way he only gets a 7. Okay, yeah, no, he's not, there's no way he's only getting a 7. I'll downgrade him to a 9 to... Oh, actually, no. Actually, no. Because, like, he didn't do that. Yeah, no, we got to do it that. Because Prussia would because here's the thing. If Frederick the Great never existed, that means that, because if Frederick the Great never existed, that means World War II probably never happens, because Germany never becomes a country and Hitler never becomes a thing. So, gonna give him a 9. Strategy now. How good was strategy? Because his strategies were like... Sorry, is there music in the background? 9 is a little too much, but is a little bit too much, but I can agree. Okay, you'd have given like an 8 or something. Strategy, alright. Strategy. His strategy was really good. His strategy was, okay, start the war before your opponent and get it over as quickly as possible, okay? The longer the war went on, the less likely you are to win. Okay? So those were strategies. It was like the cult of the offensive. And get on the attack. Start the war, get on the attack. That's how he believed you can win. Okay, that's why I think his strategies were quite good. But on the other hand, it's not always good to go on the attack, okay? He did get better and a lot more cautious and less cocky towards the end of his career. So we're going to give him like a 6 or a 7 for strategy, I would say. Nobody... Oh, 8 or 7. Yeah, no one seems to be disagreeing with me. I'm going to go do a 7. Tactics, on the other hand, he did quite good with tactics. He, like, for example... no, actually, he was a tactical genius, okay? His tactics were... oh, yeah. His tactics, Just YouTube Guy. Welcome, Just YouTube Guy. I've never seen you before, so good to have a new face in the comment section. His tactics were so good that when he was... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. When he was outnumbered by the French, he beat them. When he was outnumbered by the Austrians, he beat them. It took quite a lot of men to beat him. So, yeah, 9. I gave him a 9 for tactics, okay? Propaganda. How good were his propaganda skills, okay? Like, how popular was he? I don't know much about that. Because political skill, I would say, is okay. Oh, you're back, Karima. By the way, Karima, while you were gone, okay? While you were gone, we didn't give him a strategy value, okay? But while you were gone, somebody suggested that Jamal Abd Anna gets a 3 for strategy, so that's what I gave him. So yeah, we did manage to finish the Jamal card. And we also did a Hitler card. So, that's good. I'm probably only going to do one more card, two more cards, and then the stream's over. I hope you enjoy these streams, because they're just fun. Propaganda. How good were Frederick the Great's propaganda skills? Because that's the kind of thing that doesn't get known about in history. Like, we typically learn about the battle tactics and the strategies, but propaganda's like arguably more important. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera. Propaganda's arguably more important to this. So, like 7. Like, what did he do though? How good was propaganda? Oh, one thing he did. Apparently, this is just a fun fact I learned off YouTube Short, so don't quote. He was popular. This is just a fun fact I learned, so don't quote it, okay? But apparently, okay, the people of Prussia refused to eat potatoes, so he told his men to guard the potato fields, but don't guard them that well. So the people of Prussia thought, wow, they're guarding potatoes, they must be valuable, and so they went and stole them. I don't believe that, because, you know, a starving peasant will likely eat anything, so I'm not sure I have to convince them they're valuable. The fact that it's edible is valuable. So, let's go with 7. But you know, somebody with that, someone with that level of military skill sounds like he would be popular, because he's winning battles, and at the time, that's what you did. That's how you got popular. He was making Prussia a great nation. He made Prussia great. Finally, political skill. Okay. He did make a couple of diplomatic blunders. Like, I'm not saying he could have done any better, but you know, there was situations he got himself where he never really got himself in, where he never had a good choice. Okay, I'll give you an example. Well, he had after the war, after the 7 Years' War, he had absolutely no friends, and so he had to side with Russia. And, well, basically he had to agree with Russia on everything to keep the alliance. He destroyed Poland, but that was quite good. He, like, convinced Austria and Russia to help him destroy Poland. Diplomatically, exactly. Like that. That is impressive. So I think we should rank him highly, but not perfectly. 7, 8, that's what I'm going for. 7 or 8, that's what I'm going for. Oh, we got another person joining the stream. And there weren't any uprisings in Poland, so that's quite good. So we're gonna rank him highly then. 8. 8. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Hi, One Red Sheep. We're creating top trumps cards for history figures, okay? So, for example, we just did Frederick the Great, okay? We wanted his influence on history to be a 9, his tactics to be a 7, his strategy skills to be a 9. Oh, did we really? Yeah. Propaganda skills to be a 7, his political skill to be an 8. And we've also done one for Hitler, and a guy called Jamal Abd Nasser, so former president of Egypt. So 8. Yeah, we judge his political skill to be an 8. So, who do you want? One Red Sheep, you've never been here before. And, okay, sounds good, okay. One Red Sheep, you've never been here before. And you've probably never ever had one of your suggestions approved. I think most of the other people on this stream have had a suggestion of theirs done at one point. So, One Red Sheep, as an honor, you're going to get to decide the next top trump cards person we make. This is going to be the last one of the stream, so who do you want to do one Red Sheep? Who would you want to talk about? Anybody? Oh, anybody? Can you please make a suggestion? Hey, if One Red Sheep doesn't seem to want to do the suggest somebody, somebody else can just... Alright, floor is open, suggest people, okay? You know, actually, One Red Sheep, yesterday, and all of you... Oh, Mustafa Kemal. Alright, we're going with Mustafa Kemal. Now, Mustafa Kemal, how much influence has Okay, Mustafa Kemal, alright. Now, influence on history, okay? The question we have to answer to ask that question... The question we have to ask to answer that question is, what has Turkey done since... their War of Independence, okay? Because they've taken a bit of land from French Syria, they took over part of northern Cyprus, and actually, fun fact about Mustafa Kemal, he made a prediction that in a few years, okay, a major war, in 1936, he made a prediction, like 5. Oh, 5? That's quite generous to, I'd say. Yeah, Mustafa Kemal. He made a prediction, okay, that he made a okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop giving that fun fact about Mustafa Kemal. I'll talk about it in a video in a second. Because here's the thing, okay? The Ottoman Empire was already doomed to collapse, okay? So he didn't like bring the Ottoman Empire to an end or anything. The only thing I can think is maybe he made the Turkish state a lot more powerful than it actually was. Okay, so you could argue that that brings his rank up. But on the other hand, just remember, we gave Mussolini like a 2 or a 3. Like, do you think Mussolini or Mustafa Kemal had a greater influence on history than, who had a greater influence on history? Mussolini, Mustafa Kemal, we gave Mussolini like a 2 or a 3. And can somebody please try to convince me that Mussolini did less for history than Mustafa? See, like 2, exactly. Because that's what I'm feeling, okay? Anybody else got any ideas? Like, I think 2, I think 3 is fair. Because Turkey would have been like, no. I'm gonna go, actually, I disagree. I'm gonna go with 3. Because Turkey would have been a rump state, okay? Turkey would have not even controlled Istanbul had the War of Independence not happened, which is why I would argue that Mustafa Kemal deserves higher than a 2. Because Turkey's quite a powerful country today. Like, it occupies parts of northern Syria. Okay, it's exerting its influence. I'm giving Mustafa Kemal a 3. Is that okay with everybody? What would it change? Well, I suppose the politics in the Middle East would be quite different today. That's why I gave him a 3. So, tactics. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got tactics now. How good was battle tactics? Now, here's the thing. Most world leaders, we have no idea how good their tactics were, because they didn't really do anything. They they just commanded from a bunker underneath the ground. But he personally commanded the defense of Istanbul. Like, when the Greeks were marching on Istanbul, they said, we have no chance of winning, so at least let's put Mustafa Kemal in charge so he takes the blame. But fun fact, Mustafa Kemal actually won, so it was like the biggest W in history. So that's why I think his tactics will be quite good. See, 8, that's the kind of thing. Although, on the other hand, how much of that was him? Because basically, the Turkey had been running away from the Greeks for a long time. Okay, the Greeks had been stretched to the end of their supply lines at this point. Didn't he command Gallipoli? Maybe. Hey, I'm not sure if I can go on Google without turning off the live stream. I might. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to go on Google to do research about Mustafa Kemal, okay? Quickly. And if it accidentally cuts out here, you know why. Second there, didn't manage to look it up, but we've managed to reconnect, so... If he did command aggressive because he stopped the Allied invasion of, you know, the Ottoman Empire... Wait a second. Guys, I just realised this, okay? We need to... If Mustafa commanded Gallipoli, then that means we need to bring up his influence on history score. Because if the Allied campaign on Gallipoli had succeeded, that means the Allies would have taken Constantinople, okay? Restored their supply lines with Russia, and maybe it would have knocked the other. Okay, and that means they can reroute all their forces to fighting the Central Powers on other fronts, okay? It means they can reroute their armies to fighting on the Western Front and the Eastern Front. And that means that maybe the Allies win the war against the Central Powers, and that means that perhaps the Russian Revolution never happens, or happens later than it did, and that means that Russia gets to annex Constantinople. Okay? And so arguably, you could argue that Mustafa Kemal caused... So, if he did command Gallipoli, then that means Mustafa Kemal prevented Russia from controlling Constantinople and caused the World War I to go longer than it did, okay? So, I can't go on Google right now, because I'm streaming on my phone. So, with Gallipoli, influence is 4. More than a 4? Okay, I mean, it depends. Would Gallipoli have succeeded either way, okay? Because if Gallipoli were guaranteed to succeed without Mustafa Kemal, then his influence shoots up to like a 7, okay? But if Gallipoli is probably going to, fail anyway, then his influence might be 4. A quick search, he commanded the 19th Division, and he led counterattacks to recapture Chunik Bair. Okay, so that means he was probably like an officer during the war, but not an actual person, not in charge. So we're going to upgrade him. So, which is why, he probably didn't He probably didn't actually do much, which is why we're going to upgrade him to a 4. He probably didn't, like, make or break the campaign. So we're going to cross out the 3. And upgrade him to a 4. Whoa! Yeah, not in full command exactly. What are his tactics? Now, well, let's go back to his tactics. So he successfully recaptured Chunuk Bair. Does that mean his tactics were good? Because if he, or how much of the victory should be credited to him? Okay? Because I want to rate his tactics quite highly. I'll scroll back up. Because somebody suggested giving him an 8 for tactics. I think that might be fair. Like, I initially thought that was a little high. But if he successfully led an attack against the British or Australian positions, that does mean he gets like a higher, maybe an 8. I'm going to give him an 8 unless anybody has any objections, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No objections? Alright. Gallipoli was mainly commanded by German officers, okay? So 8. I gave him an 8. Strategy. How is strategy? I think his strategy was really good, okay? He used the classic scorch... This, Mustafa Kemal's going to be the last guy, by the way. He used the classic scorched earth tactics, where what he did was he'd run away, and so the Greeks outran their supply lines. And that's why Greece failed to invade Turkey. So I think his strategy was okay. I'm gonna give him like an 8 for strategy as well, unless anybody has any objections. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No objections? Okay, sorry if you objected. It takes a while to load, I suppose. 7, because he didn't make anything special. Alright. In which case, we're giving him a 7, alright. How good were his propaganda skills? Because I think his propaganda skills were really good. He started a rebellion from absolutely nothing. And he convinced an entire country of Turkey to join him against the Allies. Enough people joined him that he was able to defeat Italy, Armenia, the Ottoman Empire, Greece, Britain and France. High 1 for propaganda, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Dang it, I dropped my pen and I can't find it. Damn it, damn it. How did I manage to lose my pen? How did I found it, okay. 8 propaganda, alright. He's probably one of the best propagandists in history. I've got to give him a high number. Political skill now. Last question, then we can end the stream, guys. Politicals. 8 because Hitler was 10. Alright. He's like 8s across the board. He's got 3 8s, okay? You've been probably deciding a lot of... Mikolaj, Konopatki, we've been deciding a lot of things. So, we've successfully created a card for Mustafa Kemal, who got a 48788. Frederick the Great, 97978. Jamal Abd Anastasia, 15376, and Hitler, 103810-9. I'd say that's a really good, successful stream. Thank you. I'm gonna do another one of these tomorrow, probably. Really fun. Let's end this here. This was good. Okay, I'm ending the stream.